Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 24K signing in. That was a hell of a WrestleMania 30. Before I get to the moment that everyone's talking about that shocked everyone around the world, I want to quickly review WrestleMania. The good, the bad, the predictable. The Divas match, predictable. AJ wins again, not a surprise. There were a few good moments with the Bella Twins jumping out of the ring and stuff like that. A little exciting. And I'm not saying the Divas aren't athletic. Most of them are pretty athletic. They're probably a hell of a lot more athletic than I am. But for the most part, nothing against the women. But those matches don't really do anything for me. They're quick. There isn't really much of a storyline. There might be a little storylines here and there, but their storylines aren't really built up too much. So, anyways, moving on. Another predictable match. The Shield versus the New Age Outlaws and Kane. I know Kane and the Shield have been feuding the past couple weeks, and the Shield has been gaining momentum, and they've had that big face turn. And so, I was fairly certain that the Shield was going to beat the New Age Outlaws and Kane, and they did, and they dominated. And that match was, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, so that was quick. But I do like the dynamic. One thing that the creative team has actually done well, in my opinion, or different at least, is the Shield face turn. Who knows how long this will last, but I think it may last for a while until it gets old. Alright, moving on. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. This was a good match. This was a really good match. One of the best of the night, if not the best, in my opinion. They were going back and forth, trading blows. Is a fairly even match. Daniel Bryan's always fun to watch. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. And yeah, it was a little predictable that Daniel Bryan was going to win. Perhaps, but still, it was a good match. It was predictable and good. I mean, there was always that small chance that Triple H could have screwed over Daniel Bryan somehow. And that's always a possibility. But, I mean, they pretty much had to have Daniel Bryan win, or the crowd would have rioted, in my opinion. Alright. Lesnar versus Undertaker, the match that everyone's talking about. The match itself wasn't that great. It was pretty dull. They had the Undertaker laying on the ground on the mat for the majority of the match. The crowd wasn't into it. And to be honest with you, I was just waiting for the match to be over with. Just have Undertaker do Tombstone Brock Lesnar, have it be over with, have him win, and then move on. Well, the most interesting part of the match was when he lost. The whole crowd was stunned. Everyone had, all WWE fans throughout the world had the same faces as the crowd did last night. Unbelievable. I'm still shocked about that. I don't know. I mean, you had to expect that the streak would end at some point. And I'm actually fine with the streak ending. I actually am. But not to Lesnar. To Lesnar, of all people, he probably doesn't appreciate it. He's not there the whole time. He's there for a couple months of the year, every once in a while. I mean, if you're going to have the Undertaker lose, that's great. As far as the unpredictable factor goes, I do give the WWE credit for being unpredictable, but the execution was lacking. Have it be against a wrestler that's up and coming. Don't have it against Lesnar, someone who's not going to appreciate it. And also, another problem I had was how weak they made Undertaker look. He wasn't in that match at all. Yeah, he may have got a couple moves on Lesnar, but Lesnar pretty much dominated him. So those were my two big problems. Not with the fact that he lost, but with who he lost to and how he lost. Still unbelievable. I'm still shocked. And unfortunately, this probably means the end of Undertaker's career. I believe he's going to come out into the ring, open up Raw tonight, and if he doesn't open up Raw, at some point when he goes into the ring, he's going to announce his retirement. I hope I'm wrong, but most likely that's going to be the case. He had a hell of a career. I mean, he has nothing else left to prove. I think you could just tell by the look on his face that he's spent, and he's only wrestling one match a year for the past few years. So, I mean, you have to expect that his retirement is approaching rapidly, most likely. So, yeah, the match itself wasn't great. It was bad. The ending was very interesting. Not the ending that anyone expected, or almost almost no one expected that. So, anyways, the last match. So we had the Undertaker lose, and now I'm saying to myself, all right, they got to have Daniel Bryan win. In the beginning of the night, I actually thought Daniel Bryan was going to lose, that the Authority was going to screw him over somehow yet again. But after Undertaker lost, I'm saying to myself, okay, now that Undertaker lost, they can't have Daniel Bryan lose too. They just can't. I mean, yeah, technically they could, but I mean, wow, it's still unbelievable that Undertaker lost. But it would have been a double whammy if they had Daniel Bryan lose as well. The crowd definitely would have rioted. So I'm happy for Daniel Bryan. It's been a long time coming. He definitely deserves the title. That was a great match. But the only problem, one of my only problems with the match was it was a little too overdramatic, a little too over the top with putting him on the stretcher and all that and stuff. I mean, obviously, okay, I'm not disputing the fact that these wrestlers aren't battling through bruises and pain and stuff like that. The bruisers and stuff like that are real. There's no fakeness to that. But, I mean, they're overplaying his shoulder injury. Yeah, it's possible that his shoulder is bothering him to some extent, but I'm not, most likely it's not bothering him too much. I mean, at the end of the match, he's lifting his arms, yes, yes, yes. So, it's a good match. It was actually a great match, I thought, but they overplayed some things, in my opinion. They overplayed his injury and putting him on the stretcher and all that. But the crowd's reaction to that was awesome. That was to be expected. So let me know what you think of my thoughts, predictions, opinions. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate you watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to be making a video after tonight's Raw. So that should be really exciting. Usually the Raw after WrestleMania is one of the best Raws of the year. So I'm going to be making a video on that, so look forward to that. Thanks again for watching, and feel free to follow me on Twitter, AlexGold14. Thanks again.